How's it going, Pokemon fans? Today I decided to do a little bit of a did you know about Pokemon. I consider myself knowing a good amount about Pokemon, but not everything. So what I did was I compiled a list of a good amount of facts that I find interesting that I had a little bit of a clue of, but now is confirmed. So let's begin. Spinnerack was created actually in the Pokemon Children's Design activity in the American Trading Card Game. I heard about that, I just didn't know if it was true, so I, researched a little bit and found out it was true. So I don't know if Ariados, the evolution, was, but from what I read, Spinnerack was created like that. Every electric type gym leader has light colored hair, and they're also the only gym leaders to wear military style clothes. This is probably a homage to Lieutenant Surge all the way back in the first generation. Volkner, though, looking at him in the center region, he really doesn't have that. Like, all depending on what military I guess you're talking about, but I would say he doesn't really have that many. You can learn Attract and Captivate despite being genderless. However, it always fails unless the opponent is also genderless. I had no clue about that. I knew he could learn like every move in the first generation, but now that they came out with Attract and stuff like that, I had no clue. I would think, since he's genderless, it really wouldn't work. But that's another fact. So I think we're up to 3 right now. I'll do probably about 10, and then I'll just make this a series. Ninetales' name was originally spelled as Nine Tails, like Tails spelled Tales. 2 words instead of 1 in some early copies of the Red and Blue. So in the beta series, he would have been named Nine Tails, not all 1 word. In some early art for Venomoth, it was shown as having yellow spots on the back of its wings. This was later removed. I have no clue why it was later removed. I tried for a good 20 minutes to look for it, why they would even think of removing it. I know the whole story with Venomoth and I think it was Cat. I can't remember. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, Caterpie and Venonat, the whole Butterfree and Venomoth thing. If you look at Venomoth, he looks like he has the ripples going down the front of him like Venomoth does. Venonat actually has, the arms like Butterfree does and everything like that. From what I heard, the Caterpie wasn't supposed to be like that. It was supposed to be Caterpie going into Metapod, going into Venomoth. I think that's how the thing goes, and vice versa for Venomoth and Butterfree. Arcanine species name is the legendary Pokemon, despite the fact that it's not actually legendary in any way. This is actually very unsurprising at this point, because in the series, when you would go into the Pokemon Center, you would look up and you would see, Articuno, Zapdos, Arcanine, and Moltres, or Moltres Arcanine. And I always wondered why Arcanine was on there, and then I got the game that said legendary Pokemon. I'm like, oh, okay. But I never really thought him to be too much of a legend, like a pseudo legend, I guess. Some of Slowbro's Pokédex entries state that if Shelter is removed, it reverts to Slowpoke. In other words, it devolves. I would love to see that. I've never heard of that actually being done. This is a very rare thing that I've actually heard. In the a bunch of people have told me, apparently if you were to remove Shelter, he would, devolve. It's kind of like the White Kyurem in the new games, Black 2 and White 2, with the DNA splicer. You use the DNA splicer, they split into 2 Pokemon, which is Kyurem and Reshiram, or Kyurem and Zekrom, depending on the game. So then maybe you could have used Slowpoke and Shelter when they're leveled up same level or something like that. They combine into 1 Slowbro, and you have an extra spot in your party or something like that. But I think it'd be cool to include that. A large chunk of the 3D Pokemon models in Battle Revolution were actually reused from previous games on both the N64 and GameCube. That's not really too much of a surprise. It saves a lot of time to be doing, the 3D sprites and everything like that. So it's pretty cool. Heatran is the first and currently only because I actually looked through it. Currently, only Pokemon that can either be male or female. I have no clue why that is. I don't know what makes Heatran so special in that aspect. Um, Except for Suedo legendaries, of course. Espeon and Umbreon are the only Pokemon that can be tamed by more than one evolution method. Um, Espeon is the leveling up in the day, Umbreon's the leveling up at night. Um, I actually have no clue about the other evolution method. I, I would assume it would be the Light Stone and the Dusk Stone, but that's just me. I really doubt it is. Um, but yeah. Deoxys was the first Pokemon to have its own unique music in game. Probably because he was so anticipated. These are just again, these are just guesses. They're not actual facts. Probably because he was so anticipated throughout the card game, the video game, and everything like that. I still have the pamphlet that you get from GameStop to show how you get him. You move that little triangle and stuff. So I thought it was pretty cool. I actually noticed that he had his own in-game. So um, every Spinda has a unique pattern of spots. In game, there are exactly, now this is a big number, so I'm trying to say it right here, 4,294,967,296 possible outcomes, not counting shiny. So it's impossible to collect every single unique Spinda. I have no clue why they would do that. I have no clue why they would even take up that much time to make that many. I guess it's just to frustrate you or something. I have no clue. Wartortle's official coloring is inconsistent. Its ear color often alternates between white or blue in various official arts. I recognized that way back when. I thought it was pretty cool. But those are it for the facts that I actually found. I have two. I have two facts that a lot of people may already know but may not know. It's about the Pokemon card game. In the original Rocket set for the Dark Arbok, if you look onto the bottom where the copyright is, it says 1999 to 23,000. That's a big That's a big misprint. When I say big misprint, doesn't mean it's worth money. Big misprint is a mass misprint. Every Arbok is like that. It was supposed to say 2003, but someone screwed up and put 23,000. And the Grimer in the original Rocket set had him looking up a schoolgirl skirt. And in the American release, it was changed to where he's just looking straight at the camera. Or straight through, like, at you. But those are two Pokemon card facts. I'm going to be trying to do videos like this whenever I have a chance to get my laptop. I am getting into an apartment soon, so I'll probably have a lot more time to do videos, but right now it's just getting everything together, getting ready to move, stuff like that. So there should be more videos coming my way. Like, comment, subscribe if you like what you saw. It really actually helps me, understand what you guys like, what you guys don't like, what I should do more of, what I shouldn't do more of. And everything like that. It really helps out my channel. But until next time, have a nice day, and see you later, Pokemon fans.